Hello, trading is closed on September 26, 2019. Let's go over our calls. Yesterday was a big rally all day long, but we said MEJT wasn't impressed. Had some lower targets, and they all printed, and you can see support resistance levels around the targets. This was a pattern with the early high. Typically, it closes near the high of the day. When that doesn't happen, when you can't hold on to these highs, it has negative implications, which are erased if we gap and take this high out promptly. A new lower target was generated by today's trade. During the day, we had an ultimate sell signal into MEJT sell signal that worked. MEJT said the rally's false. Here's your target, most likely to print tomorrow. Well, here's what we said for today. We said yesterday had lower targets. We didn't gap up smartly, and they've already printed. Well, this was my count, but I'm becoming more enamored with this as alternate B, even though this low may wind up holding. If that is alternate B, you can draw a Fibonacci grid. Here's your 23.6. Here's your 38.2, and that projects 100 around 28.44. Now, what's interesting about that price is that there's balance with wave A, because at that price, wave C, blue C, would be having a Fibonacci relationship 78.6 to wave A. So we have a potential target around 28.44. And what's interesting about that is, suppose we got the end of the rally today. If today's high holds, if this is A and B ended today, and if wave black C equals twice black A, you get the exact same price, 28.44. Would make a pretty picture if today's high holds. So that's my granddaughter again. So Friday's pattern has an early high, typically with an irregular change in trend times, and even in retrospect might not be recognizable as a pattern with the early high, even though I think that's what it is. Failure of today's pattern to close near the high has negative implications unless we gap, promptly overtake it. If that doesn't happen, the lower MEJT target around 29.70 should print. But if today's high holds, be aware that there's wave balance on the downside around 28.44 cash. Might not be the only target, but it's a very plausible one. So if you're a bull, you want to overtake this high fast. If we start dropping in spades, I think there's a good chance that's going to print, and that's today's call.